Hi, my name is Jesse. I'm with Mold Busters. I am an indoor environmental specialist. Today we're going to be performing an indoor inspection. So this is a hygrometer that's going to measure the temperature, the humidity, wet bulb, and the dew point temperature. So right now we're seeing the humidity is the top numbers and the temperature is the lower numbers. It needs to settle a little bit right now because it was cold outside in the walk to the house. So the dew point temperature is essentially determined by the humidity. The higher the humidity, the higher the dew point temperature. And the higher the dew point temperature, the easier it is for condensation to form on a surface. And you'll usually see that in corners where there's framing and you're seeing thermal bridging. So we'll get to that later when we pull out the thermal camera. Okay, so that's it for this one. So this is a particle counter. This is essentially just going to tell us what the particle count in the air is and give us a general idea of the indoor air quality. So ideally, we want this to be at around 250,000, and we are a little bit over that. So it's not something to be overly concerned about. So I would consider this to be a favorable indoor air quality. Okay, so this is an adapter for my camera, and it will allow me to take thermal images. Open my FLIR One app, and once it's ready, we will see thermal imaging. There we go. So in the winter time, we can not only see moisture, but we can also see thermal deficiencies. That's usually when the insulation in a certain area is inadequate. So you can see in the ceiling there, it looks like the insulation is missing a little bit, but nothing to be overly concerned about. Now if we go to the corner here, you can see where the framing kind of meets each other. You're seeing some thermals here. So that is considered thermal bridging, and this is what I was saying earlier, where this can be a spot where we often see mold grow in homes with high humidity because the surface temperature gets lower and is able to hit that dew point temperature. You can also use it as a stud finder in the winter time. So yeah, you're just seeing mostly just seeing trusses there. So everything looks normal here. Although we are seeing some thermal readings, that is definitely considered normal. So everything's looking okay in here. This is a moisture meter, and it's a pinless moisture meter, and this is going to tell us if any of the building materials have moisture content in them. So sometimes you can get moisture readings around windows if they're leaking. The thermal camera already showed us there is no moisture, but we'll show you kind of how this works here. And we'll check the bottom too, because gravity will bring the water to the bottom if there is a leak. Yeah, we're seeing about 10%, 11% moisture content, which is totally normal. There's no problem there. Once we start getting over 30%, that's where you can start identifying issues. So yeah, this is an anemometer, and it's just going to measure airflow. So we're going to test this out in the bathroom and see how the exhaust fan is functioning. Okay, oh yeah, so we got lots of airflow there, right around 140, 150 feet per minute is the velocity, and that is more than adequate. So the exhaust fan in the bathroom here would be considered adequate. And this is actually our most important tool, even though it might seem counterintuitive. So the flashlight can reveal things that you can't see with the naked eye. So it could be water staining, could be dust, cobwebs. Now, I'm not seeing anything in this home, but well, there's a little bit of dust there. See, we didn't see that with the naked eye, and you can sometimes even see mold that you can't see with the naked eye too. So very, very important tool, and yeah, actually probably the most important tool. So this is a swab test, and this will tell us if there's biological contaminants, and one of those being mold. So I'll go ahead and take a swab down here. There was a bit of dust down here, but no visible mold, but we'll see what happens here. Now, unless you hope that you have mold in your house, green is the color we want to see, because green is clean, mold free. Okay, so that concludes our inspection today. Luckily for these homeowners, we didn't find any mold or any conditions that are conducive to mold growth. But it is important to get these inspections done sometimes because, well, one, peace of mind is good, but also there can be issues that are hidden behind walls in the attic that you can't see, that by the time you will see them, it could be too late because it can cause structural damage and it can have health concerns as well. So sometimes even if you don't see something's wrong, it's never a bad idea to get your house inspected once every 2 or 3 years just to make sure that you don't have anything going on behind the scenes, so to speak. If you want to know more about us or know more about mold, you can visit us at www.bustmold.com. There's all kinds of information there. So yeah, feel free to check that out. So that's it for me for now. Stay safe, everyone. Take care.
To become an expert in identifying mold in your home, and if you want to learn more about molds and other fungi, check our mold library on bustmold.com and subscribe to our channel.